And News 4's Dave Graber is live for us tonight in Folly Beach, South Carolina. Dave?
Well, Jackie, people have been walking this portion of Folly Beach for more than a century and a half, swimming in this ocean and sunbathing on its sands. All the while, just below the surface lies a Civil War secret.
This end of the island faces east-northeast, and that is the direction that the wind blew for about 20 hours. So I just wanted to see what had happened to the island since I live not far from here.
Richard Beck, the former mayor of Folly Beach and an obvious local history buff, took a walk. It turned out to be one he'll never forget.
And came across this collection of things that were obviously round, obviously metal, and probably cannonballs.
Realizing at least one may be armed, he called for backup.
When we arrived on scene, we saw the ordinances. At that time, high tide was coming in around 7 o'clock, so we had to back on off and wait for the tide to recede to evaluate it even more.
Residents of Folly Beach likely heard a few small explosions as the armed Civil War relics were detonated.
So it's well known that this end of the island had thousands of troops staged, federal troops, as the land forces to take Morris Island and then to be able to bombard Charleston.
That means these cannonballs were from the north.
They would have been Union cannonballs, yes. It was just delightful to find something here, but not surprising. Well, I'm so sorry that it turns out that they were armed.
Although the find was a surprise and it could have been dangerous, Beck said he kept his cool.
I figured they'd been there for 150 years, and I'm 70 years old, and I didn't think a federal cannonball was going to take me out at this point. I really didn't.
Now, one of the more interesting aspects of this story is people continue to ask, well, how dangerous was this and how common is this? Well, apparently it is very common. And also relative to danger, consider this. A week before Hurricane Matthew blew ashore here at Folly Beach, there was a party at the end of the island where these cannonballs were found. More than 1,000 people were gathered to celebrate the lighting of an old lighthouse. They were walking around, they were eating, they were drinking, they were having a good time. All the while, those cannonballs were lying just below their feet. Reporting live from Folly Beach, Dave Graber, News 4 at 6.